Embracing divine guidance, a journey of faith, purpose, and bold prayer. There is something deeply personal, yet universally relevant, about the journey of faith. It's not a one-time revelation, but a daily process, a quiet unfolding. This is especially true when we begin tuning into God's voice, one moment at a time. Lately, I've been practicing a simple habit that has opened new doors of clarity. After completing something, whether a task, a conversation, or even a quiet moment, I pause and ask, what is God saying? Not once, but 2 or 3 times. It grounds me in awareness, and often leads me back to what I already know He last said. Sometimes it's simple: keep at it. Look at what you have. You need to do more video. These aren't just passing thoughts, they are divine nudges. And when I follow them, I notice how they guide me to small, purposeful activities that move His vision forward. Faith that listens and follows. The Psalms echo this kind of divine listening. The Lord is near to all who call on Him, to all who call on Him in truth. Psalm 145:18 Your word is a lamp to my feet, a light on my path. Psalm 119:105 God is always speaking. The question is, are we listening? Sometimes, what He said weeks ago comes back around, this time with confirmation, timing, or insight I wasn't ready for before. I've seen this again and again, especially when I'm praying bold prayers like, God, what is it going to take to align my life with your will and your highest for me? When I pray that, and follow it with a simple act of faith or gratitude, like thanking God for favor, or declaring victory even before the answer shows up, He responds. Not always how or when I expect, but always perfectly. Bold prayers move mountains. We're invited to pray bold, to ask big things of a big God. Psalm 118:5 says, when hard pressed, I cried to the Lord, He brought me into a spacious place. There is power in praying not just for what we think we can accomplish, but for what only God can bring to pass. The bold prayer is not selfish, it's a surrender. It's saying, God, use me. Show me what you're making me for. Sometimes, that means stepping into unknown territory. For me, that recently meant growing my wholesale business, something I never saw as deeply spiritual until I saw how it was connected to God's provision and purpose. Suddenly, even business became a prayer. The flow of divine timing week after week, I'm amazed at how God brings clarity. Ideas come out of nowhere, or rather, they come directly from Him. I find myself discovering information or opportunities that align perfectly with something He already whispered to my heart. Psalm 37:23 reminds us, the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and He delighteth in His way. Divine guidance often looks like this, a seemingly random email that leads to breakthrough. A conversation that sparks a divine confirmation. A verse from Psalms that sets your soul ablaze. These aren't coincidences, they are divine choreography. Staying focused, what did God say? When distraction, doubt, or discouragement hit, I go back to the question, what did God say? Because that's where clarity lives. When we keep asking what God is saying, we train ourselves to move in rhythm with the Spirit. Even when we're too busy to focus on every little detail, God is already in the details. He just needs us to stay connected. As Psalm 119:133 says, direct my footsteps according to your word, let no sin rule over me. Spiritual warfare and mental clarity. Let's be honest, the enemy tries to keep us low. Low thoughts. Low expectations. Low energy. But God is always calling us higher. Look up. Go higher. Even in Psalm 42, the psalmist wrestles with despair but fights back with praise. Why, my soul, are you downcast? Put your hope in God, for I will yet praise Him. We can't afford to let fear, shame, or distractions dominate our inner world. The low-life mindset, the drama, the doubt, the belief that things won't work out, is a lie. The truth? God is the healer, the victory, the fire in our bones. Praise as a weapon and a guide. Psalms are filled with raw honesty, but they're also filled with explosive praise. That praise isn't just about singing, it's a strategy. A weapon. A recalibration of focus. Psalm 47:1 tells us, clap your hands, all you nations, shout to God with cries of joy. Praise does something powerful,
It lifts our spirit and realigns our mind with heaven.
When we let God's Spirit burn inside us, no letter, no phone call, no circumstance can stop the momentum He's building in our lives. The strength of surrender. Psalm 18:2 declares, "The Lord is my rock, my fortress and my deliverer, my God is my rock, in whom I take refuge."
We often think of surrender as weakness, but it's not. Surrender is strength when it's to God. That's where our true power lies, in His strength, not ours. Like you reminded yourself, we must pray for and depend on God for the things we cannot accomplish in our own strength. That's where faith grows.
Let God's love lead. Yes, there are things we need, resources, direction, healing.
But the greatest gift is God's love.
When we put His love above all else, we begin to see life through a higher lens.
Psalm 136 reminds us over and over, His love endures forever. Let that be the foundation.
Let His love stir your passion, calm your storms, and keep you focused, not on the material, but on the eternal.
You have the power, let nothing stop you. The Psalms stir something within us. They light a fire. But it's up to us to keep it burning. Stay stirred up. Speak life. Choose praise over panic. Focus over fear.
Psalm 35:28 says, "My tongue will proclaim your righteousness, your praises all day long."
Whatever is on your heart, if it's from God, nothing can stop it. Not people. Not systems. Not even your past. Because God will be your strength, your strategy, and your way.
Final word, stay stirred up in God. The journey of divine guidance isn't about a perfect life.
It's about a present God.
The one who leads, who whispers, who opens doors, and who makes a way where there is no way. So today, and every day, ask boldly. Listen often.
Praise wildly. Follow fully. You already have what you need to take the next step. Let God's Spirit guide you, and stay stirred up.
Psalm 12 theme, the corruption of humanity versus God's pure words. David laments the increasing deceit and wickedness of people but praises God's pure and trustworthy promises. Psalm 12, KJV, "Help, Lord, for the godly man ceaseth, for the faithful fail from among the children of men."
They speak vanity, everyone with his neighbor, with flattering lips and with a double heart do they speak.
The Lord shall cut off all flattering lips, and the tongue that speaketh proud things, who have said, "With our tongue will we prevail, our lips are our own, who is Lord over us?" For the oppression of the poor, for the sighing of the needy, now will I arise, saith the Lord, I will set him in safety from him that puffeth at him. The words of the Lord are pure words, as silver tried in a furnace of earth, purified 7 times.
Thou shalt keep them, O Lord, thou shalt preserve them from this generation forever. The wicked walk on every side, when the vilest men are exalted.
Psalm 13 theme, a cry for help turned into trust. David cries out in despair to God but ultimately reaffirms his trust and rejoices in God's salvation. Psalm 13, KJV, "How long wilt thou forget me, O Lord? Forever?
How long wilt thou hide thy face from me? How long shall I take counsel in my soul, having sorrow in my heart daily? How long shall mine enemy be exalted over me? Consider and hear me, O Lord my God, lighten mine eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death, lest mine enemy say, I have prevailed against him, and those that trouble me rejoice when I am moved. But I have trusted in thy mercy, my heart shall rejoice in thy salvation. I will sing unto the Lord, because he hath dealt bountifully with me." Psalm 18 theme, God's deliverance and power. David praises God for rescuing him from his enemies and dangers, declaring God as his rock, fortress, and deliverer. Psalm 18, KJV, "I will love thee, O Lord, my strength." The Lord is my rock, and my fortress, and my deliverer, my God, my strength, in whom I will trust, my buckler, and the horn of my salvation, and my high tower. I will call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised, so shall I be saved from mine enemies. The sorrows of death compassed me, and the floods of ungodly men made me afraid. The sorrows of hell compassed me about, the snares of death prevented me. In my distress I called upon the Lord, and cried unto my God. He heard my voice out of his temple, and my cry came before him, even into his ears. Then the earth shook and trembled, the foundations also of the hills moved and were shaken, because he was wroth. There went up a smoke out of his nostrils, and fire out of his mouth devoured, coals were kindled by it.
He bowed the heavens also, and came down, and darkness was under his feet.
And he rode upon a cherub, and did fly, yea, he did fly upon the wings of the wind. He made darkness his secret place, his pavilion round about him were dark waters and thick clouds of the skies. At the brightness that was before him his thick clouds passed, hailstones and coals of fire.
The Lord also thundered in the heavens, and the highest gave his voice, hailstones and coals of fire. Yea, he sent out his arrows, and scattered them, and he shot out lightnings, and discomfited them.
Then the channels of waters were seen, and the foundations of the world were discovered at thy rebuke, O Lord, at the blast of the breath of thy nostrils.
He sent from above, he took me, he drew me out of many waters. He delivered me from my strong enemy, and from them which hated me, for they were too strong for me.
They prevented me in the day of my calamity, but the Lord was my stay.
He brought me forth also into a large place, he delivered me, because he delighted in me. The Lord rewarded me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands hath he recompensed me.
For I have kept the ways of the Lord, and have not wickedly departed from my God. For all his judgments were before me, and I did not put away his statutes from me. I was also upright before him, and I kept myself from mine iniquity.
Therefore hath the Lord recompensed me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands in his eyesight.
With the merciful thou wilt show thyself merciful, with an upright man thou wilt show thyself upright, with the pure thou wilt show thyself pure, and with the froward thou wilt show thyself froward. For thou wilt save the afflicted people, but wilt bring down high looks.
For thou wilt light my candle, the Lord my God will enlighten my darkness.
For by thee I have run through a troop, and by my God have I leapt over a wall. As for God, his way is perfect, the word of the Lord is tried, he is a buckler to all those that trust in him. For who is God save the Lord? Or who is a rock save our God? It is God that girdeth me with strength, and maketh my way perfect. He maketh my feet like hinds' feet, and setteth me upon my high places. He teacheth my hands to war, so that a bow of steel is broken by mine arms. Thou hast also given me the shield of thy salvation, and thy right hand hath holden me up, and thy gentleness hath made me great. Thou hast enlarged my steps under me, that my feet did not slip.
I have pursued mine enemies, and overtaken them, neither did I turn again till they were consumed.
I have wounded them that they were not able to rise, they are fallen under my feet.
For thou hast girded me with strength unto the battle, thou hast subdued under me those that rose up against me.
Thou hast also given me the necks of mine enemies, that I might destroy them that hate me. They cried, but there was none to save them, even unto the Lord, but he answered them not. Then did I beat them small as the dust before the wind, I did cast them out as the dirt in the streets. Thou hast delivered me from the strivings of the people, and thou hast made me the head of the heathen, a people whom I have not known shall serve me.
As soon as they hear of me, they shall obey me, the strangers shall submit themselves unto me.
The strangers shall fade away, and be afraid out of their close places. The Lord liveth, and blessed be my rock, and let the God of my salvation be exalted.
It is God that avengeth me, and subdueth the people under me. He delivereth me from mine enemies, yea, thou liftest me up above those that rise up against me, thou hast delivered me from the violent man.
Therefore will I give thanks unto thee, O Lord, among the heathen, and I will sing praises unto thy name. Great deliverance giveth he to his king, and showeth mercy to his anointed, to David, and to his seed for evermore.
Psalm 35, KJV. Plead my cause, O Lord, with them that strive with me, fight against them that fight against me.
Take hold of shield and buckler, and stand up for mine help.
Draw out also the spear, and stop the way against them that persecute me, say unto my soul, I am thy salvation. Let them be confounded and put to shame that seek after my soul, let them be turned back and brought to confusion that devise my hurt.
Let them be as chaff before the wind, and let the angel of the Lord chase them.
Let their way be dark and slippery, and let the angel of the Lord persecute them.
For without cause have they hid for me their net in a pit, which without cause they have digged for my soul.
Let destruction come upon him at unawares, and let his net that he hath hid catch himself, into that very destruction let him fall.
And my soul shall be joyful in the Lord, it shall rejoice in his salvation.
All my bones shall say, Lord, who is like unto thee, which deliverest the poor from him that is too strong for him, yea, the poor and the needy from him that spoileth him?
False witnesses did rise up, they laid to my charge things that I knew not. They rewarded me evil for good to the spoiling of my soul.
But as for me, when they were sick, my clothing was sackcloth, I humbled my soul with fasting, and my prayer returned into mine own bosom.
I behaved myself as though he had been my friend or brother, I bowed down heavily, as one that mourneth for his mother.
But in mine adversity they rejoiced, and gathered themselves together, yea, the abjects gathered themselves together against me, and I knew it not, they did tear me, and ceased not, with hypocritical mockers in feasts, they gnashed upon me with their teeth. Lord, how long wilt thou look on?
Rescue my soul from their destructions, my darling from the lions. I will give thee thanks in the great congregation, I will praise thee among much people.
Let not them that are mine enemies wrongfully rejoice over me, neither let them wink with the eye that hate me without a cause.
For they speak not peace, but they devise deceitful matters against them that are quiet in the land.
Yea, they opened their mouth wide against me, and said, Aha, aha, our eye hath seen it.
This thou hast seen, O Lord, keep not silence, O Lord, be not far from me. Stir up thyself, and awake to my judgment, even unto my cause, my God and my Lord.
Judge me, O Lord my God, according to thy righteousness, and let them not rejoice over me. Let them not say in their hearts, Ah, so would we have it, let them not say, We have swallowed him up. Let them be ashamed and brought to confusion together that rejoice at mine hurt, let them be clothed with shame and dishonor that magnify themselves against me. Let them shout for joy, and be glad, that favor my righteous cause, yea, let them say continually, Let the Lord be magnified, which hath pleasure in the prosperity of his servant.
And my tongue shall speak of thy righteousness, and of thy praise all the day long.
Psalm 18 is a triumphant declaration of God's power to rescue and protect. It reminds us that no matter how overwhelming our challenges may be, whether battles with external circumstances or internal struggles, God is our unshakable refuge.
Like David, we can call upon the Lord confidently, knowing he delights in delivering us and setting us free.
This psalm encourages bold prayer and unwavering faith that God will lead us into a large place, a space of freedom and victory. Psalm 18, KJV. The Lord is my rock, and my fortress, and my deliverer, my God, my strength, in whom I will trust. He brought me forth also into a large place, he delivered me, because he delighted in me.
Therefore will I give thanks unto thee, O Lord, among the heathen, and I will sing praises unto thy name.
Reflection: Psalm 18 is a triumphant declaration of God's power to rescue and protect. It reminds us that no matter how overwhelming our challenges may be, whether battles with external circumstances or internal struggles, God is our unshakable refuge.
Like David, we can call upon the Lord confidently, knowing he delights in delivering us and setting us free.
This psalm encourages bold prayer and unwavering faith that God will lead us into a large place, a space of freedom and victory. Psalm 35, KJV. Plead my cause, O Lord, with them that strive with me, fight against them that fight against me.
I will give thee thanks in the great congregation, I will praise thee among much people. And my tongue shall speak of thy righteousness, and of thy praise all the day long. Reflection: Psalm 35 teaches us to bring our struggles fully before God, to seek his justice, protection, and intervention.
It's a raw and honest plea for deliverance from enemies, whether they be people, circumstances, or in and outs.
Yet even in the midst of opposition, there is a commitment to praise God publicly and persistently.
This psalm invites us to pray boldly for breakthrough while keeping our hearts fixed on worship and gratitude, knowing that God is our ultimate defender.